Welcome to another exciting episode of Match Passing. So I have a big announcement for this channel. I'm going to be going to Colorado. So I get to go and fish for some fish I've never fished for. I'm going to get to fish for kokanee, rainbow trout, brook trout, wild greenback trout, and I just got a package in the mail that I'm very excited to open. I'm going to be using a throwing knife. I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to open this box. Pulling up my address, you can't see it. Gonna open this up. I honestly don't even remember what I got in here. Gonna try not to break what's inside. I also got some stuff at Walmart the other day. I'll show that to y'all next. Just some plano boxes and terminal tackle. This is stuff that I don't think I could really find most places. I do have I don't have any Panther Martins in here. No, it's good when they got bubble wrap. Oh, they put everything in one box. Some of these are baits that I've used for like ultralight for bass or crappie, and I know that they catch fish. Others I've never tried out before, which I think will work great for trout. This is bait number 1. This is a bait that, it's this little tiny Head and Lures crankbait, and I have caught some big bass on it. I've caught some small bass, and it's a really good, I don't even remember buying this. This is a little twitch bait. So in saltwater people use, let me get a close up of this. So this bait, it doesn't really float or sink. It kind of has like a neutral buoyancy, and you move it in the water and it just twitches, kind of like a jerk bait without a lip. It's really interesting. I heard from a buddy of mine that these work great for trout. I've never used this. I've never even heard of these. I never even used jerk baits in saltwater, so it's been interesting to try it. So some of these baits I'm going to practice here. I'm right near a creek. I'm in Town Lake, and I'm going to try them out. All right, next bait, a little crappie pink shad. So these, I've caught crappie, bluegill, small bass. These work great. These are a little pink. I've heard from everyone that trout like pink, and I think that for brook trout in a stream, I'm going to put this on a little jig head so it'll stick straight up, and that little pink tail is going to wiggle. And I think that they'd really want to eat that. Inline spinners, I got a whole bunch of rooster tails. I got a blue one. This is like a yellow rainbow trout color. This one, I really like this. It has like a little bait fish profile to it. Just a little bait fish profile. Pink, I got a dozen pink ones, not even to show you. Real quick, just Castmaster, little Rebel popper. I know that these little Rebel poppers, they work great. Not really much to say there. Leaders, I got some leaders. For fly fishing, you kind of need them. I have my ultralight rod. I haven't really had a need for leaders. I just run straight fluoro. But I don't know how it's gonna go, so I got some 6 pound, some 8 pound, some 4 pound. I don't know, maybe there's like big trout and muddy, fast-moving water. This is the Arkansas River I'm going to, so I have no clue. I'm just prepared for whatever throws at me. This is a huge order. Gulp maggots, I've done a couple videos on these. Bluegill eat them. I've heard that they work for trout. Really excited to try it out for trout. If not, maybe catch some bluegill up there, or just use them something else. I got a whole bunch of Blue Fox spinners. I got a load of them. I've heard from trout that spinners are the best thing to really use. I'm gonna get some Mepps Aglias and some Panther Martins in the mail in my next package. I'm just gonna throw those in whenever I start fishing. What do I have left? I got this little Arky crankbait. I think that maybe a big brook trout or a rainbow would eat this, because people fish with crankbaits for minnows, or who knows, a kokanee might eat it or something. I got some line too. Berkeley Vanish, that's mostly what I'm gonna run. Just some Berkeley Vanish. On my ultralight reel, right now I'm running 10 pound fluoro, but I'm throwing stuff for bass on it. It's just so much fun to catch a bass on ultralight. Little pink crappie tubes, trout eat them supposedly. Split shots, don't need to talk about that. Gulp corn, I used some of this last year and I accidentally caught a trout, so I bought some of this again, and it stays on the hook, so stuff won't really be able to take it off. Chartreuse tail, crappie shad, some beetle spins. I don't know, I'm gonna try it out. People say they work from trout. I've never used beetle spins for anything, but I just bought a couple just to see. What else do I have? Already gone through that. Just some jig heads. Alright, I think that's it for this package. Well, I also got some other stuff. I have 3 Plano boxes for trout. I have this one, just terminal tackle box. I got this box. It's gonna hold all of my crankbaits and spinners. A little Rebel mini trout bait, Rebel frog for trout. Some old spinners that I found in a tackle box that was given to me. I think that's another different kind of blue fox spinner. Old rooster tail, 1/8 ounce. I got some Panther Martins, some old Panther Martins. I'm gonna have to change out the hooks on. A couple Meptaglias. I really like these, but I couldn't find them online or in stores. I just found have some for my grandfather. They work great for anything. Size 6, size 8, and size 10 hooks. Jigs, more terminal tackle. And I also got a box. So whenever I'm creek fishing or stream fishing and I can't take much tackle, I just shove this in my pocket or my bag, go really light and take stuff out. Speaking of light, I got this. So this is a Daiwa Presso rod, and I have a Shimano Nexive reel on it. And this is my trout setup. It's a really nice setup for trout. It's really overkill for what I need. I'd like to talk about my trip for a minute now. So I'm going to be going to Colorado for 2 weeks. I want to film the whole road trip up, maybe do some fishing up there. I might have a fly rod, I'm not sure. And I'm going to be targeting trout, kokanee, some kinds, different species of salmon. I'm going to be on the Salmon River and the Arkansas River up in Colorado. We're going to do a whole series. I'm going to do the whole road trip up. I'm going to do this. This is going to be like the big turning point for my channel. I have these. These are my crankbaits, some spinners. I have some little holographic blue spinners. Some nice bright new one. Pink ones. This little rainbow trout colored. I don't know if any of these colors are good, bad. You like them or don't. My old school spinners. Rooster tails, couple Panther Martins, size 6, size 10 hooks, some jig hooks. Small box doesn't have anything. I'm only going to be using that whenever I go on like long excursions. And I just made a huge mess. Like, look at that, look at that. I would like some help finding out what baits work, what baits don't. If y'all have any ideas about trout lures that I should buy, if you have any trout fishing experience, please let me know. I would really appreciate it. Down in the description below, I'll link my Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram too. Thank you for watching another episode of Match Bassing. See you next time.
Just look at that bass.